we did get started like right on time this morning, right at 4 a.m. So yeah, for anybody new coming in, we're here every day, Monday through Friday. I get started at 4 a.m. West Coast time, although my schedule that shows up below, it should adjust for your time zone. And then every day I try to make it 6 hours. Sometimes we go a little longer. Sometimes I get a little wore out and I have to call it soon, but for the most part, we've been sticking pretty good to 6 hours. And then on Thursday, we're trying to stretch it out a little bit, and I try to do 8 hours on Thursday. And during the tournament and all this stuff with everything going on, we were streaming a little bit on Saturday. So we may still throw a bonus in every now and then. And when I'm able to start doing DCS, that'll likely be the DCS day to start out with. Just because those ones are going to be long, they're going to be, kind of in depth, and I figure if people do want to watch, then they be kind of hard to work and lurk and pay attention to some of that stuff. So we'll do that on Saturday, and then we can be a little more interactive with it. What is that? I don't think that's a bot because it's by itself, but it's not showing up on radar. I have no idea if it's a friendly, a foe. It could even be a friendly bot. What the heck? What is going on in this game? I've seen two enemies the whole time. Now, there's only one left, so that's definitely a friendly bot. And I've only got 8 minutes of fuel left here. Haven't even shot a missile yet. Holy cow, this is a crazy game. Usually I really like the sim maps, the extended maps. This has been a crazy ass game though. Alright, some Fortnite with the kiddos. Nice. War Thunder. Low key addicted to it. Yeah, dude, I started this game 314 days ago and just have not been able to stop. Just not been able to stop. We've taken a couple days, here and there where we just log in and not play, but for the most part, just every day gotta get my grind in. And it just slowly kind of evolved into this, and we're just having fun with it. I definitely, especially when I found out how old this game actually was, I was like, all right, this game should be around for a while. It's worth putting my time into. And so even if it ends up not, being around for a while, there's just nothing else out there like this, especially for, air enthusiasts. There's a few games, but there's an F-16 based game that I found. There's DCS. I want to say there's one other one that I'm not thinking of off the top of my head, but other than that, and those games are mostly just air, not DCS, but some of the other ones. So you don't get the combined arms, you don't get the ground, you don't get the naval, like that. Ultimately, that's what I was looking for. I wanted to be able to take on other people who are on the ground and fighting back at me, and there's just nothing else out there like this. So I mean, I do. I hope it still keeps going for a while. I'm definitely disappointed I just found it, but at the same time, so happy I did. Because yeah, anybody that's trained really hard to do something, it doesn't really matter what, and then suddenly you're not able to do that anymore. Maybe you physically can't, maybe something happened or whatever, and that's a hard pill to swallow. When there's no real reason, nothing you did, nothing happened. You just almost got unlucky, right? And so yeah, we've been looking for a long time for anything we can do to get back into kind of the aviation mindset. And if this is kind of the best way for now, hell, like like I said, Huggies hit it on the nose, man. If you can't do it anymore, teach it. And yeah, if we can help grow this game, make people better pilots, and get better at it ourselves, why not, man? More fun. And what nations do I have top tier? Currently, I am top tier US and France. We're rank 7, or we're almost rank 7 in Russia, and then we're almost rank 6 in Britain and Germany, and then the others we're still like rank 1, 2 kind of thing. We haven't really started them yet. Sweden and Italy are the only two that I have not started at all. And you can bet if I could kick myself between the legs, I would, because it's going to be forever before I get that new Gripen. And especially after flying the Super Hornet for a while and seeing Matman fly that Gripen with us, that it's going to be hard to not say that's pretty much the best plane in the game. You know, even over the Rafales, the new Rafales it's going to be exactly the same. The wings are still going to rip off of it. The Typhoon is so fast that that's a capable plane, but you know, when you get into that close dogfights, I mean, this God with the extra missiles and the ability to kind of accelerate, you know, that's where the Super Hornet is going to struggle tremendously, as it is so slow. So slow compared to all the other planes at 14.3. There we go. And we're dancing a lot at this BR right now. How did that just hit me? Get him, baby. Nice. Still a critical hit, but what the hell? Nope, I let it get too slow. Can we get an assist out of that? Oh, I better be careful. I'm going to lose my positive KD in this plane. Dang it. Yeah, I've been a couple of the Marine buddies that I've gotten to know on here have been playing a lot of Tarkov lately, probably because of that update, and it just giving me the itch. Out of all the ones I've watched, like Arc Raiders looks like a lot of fun, of course. Battlefield 6, of course, looks amazing, but Battlefield 6 is just way too fast-paced for me, especially at my skill level right now, just kind of getting my keyboard and mouse chops back. Like, oh god, I just get worked. I did the beta, I played it for like 30 minutes. I'm like, okay, this is way too fast. I see him and I'm dead. There's a guy. Oh, I'm dead. Is that a guy? I think that's a. Yeah, I'm dead. It's just so fast. But Tarkov looks a little more my speed. And even Arc Raiders isn't bad, but the gameplay is pretty fast paced. You know, you're in and out of the games pretty quickly. I'm just not sure. I haven't seen a lot of squatting up in Tarkov. I would assume it's still fun to buddy up and play that game. I guess ultimately that's kind of what I'm looking for. I think I will try Helldivers if that's still relatively popular. I may try that with old Uber. I shouldn't say old Uber, old Uber, old buddy Uber. Nothing old about us, man. It's all a mindset. Oh, I remember why I do it on this one. Another little tidbit on some of these radars, guys. I in the Marine Corps. Sorry, I missed that. It looked like the same one popping up. But yeah, that's funny. God, I can't believe how old this game is. So as far as aircraft I've flown, so through my training at Embry-Riddle, we flew a Cessna 172. We flew a Piper Seminole. I think it's a PA-44 if I remember right. A little twin engine plane. That's what we did our twin stuff on. We did some basic aerobatic spins, stalls, stuff like that in a super decathlon. Then once I got to the Marine Corps, we do our primary flight training in a T-34 Turbo Mentor. It's a turboprop aircraft. I want to say some countries actually used it as a fighter, if I remember right, maybe Argentina or something like that. Used it as a fighter, and it's a fun little airplane, little Tonka tank, Tonka truck, Tonka toy, I think is what I'm trying to spit out. Feels indestructible, man. Get up there, we do a lot of aerobatics in it. Like I said, we do all our primary flight training in that, and that's what I ended up after I did my helo training and got sick. I came back and instructed on that for a while since I had so much fixed wing training and had my CFI already. Um, I was kind of getting better and then instructed for a while and then unfortunately kind of got sick again. So we did our primary in the T-34. Then we got selected to fly helicopters. You go to helicopters, we fly the TH-57, which is basically just a Bell Jet Ranger. It's slightly modified. It's very popular helicopter and it's super fun to fly. And then after that, we went to fly CH-53s. We did our training on that and doing all our workups. We were almost done, and that's when we kind of started getting sick, which sucks. So that was dumb. That was supposed to be a 9L, and I messed it up. That was stupid. Getting cocky. Kidding me? Got him. I can't believe that hit because we lost lock. I can't believe that hit that guy. Unbelievable. Woo! Damn it. Yeah, it's an ER. We was just getting going, Bubba's. Dang it. Man, it looks like it might be kind of cloudy outside today. Yeah, we were trying to there. I was kind of hoping that was one of his IR missiles, and when it didn't go for the flares, I was like, yeah, we're done. We're done there. That's going to be it for that. Man, this BR is pretty tough right now. You can tell what new planes are at 12.3 right now. The MiG-29s. That's what it was. Well, we saw like 4 of them on there. What's that new MiG-29? Oh! Zape requesting the songs. Get 'em, Zape. Let me know if I need to turn it up when it comes on. Enlisted I Krieg. Huh. This sounds like it might be fun. Yeah, this definitely rolls slower than the Super Hornet. Oh, the Super Hornet is so good. If only it was just a little bit faster. That should be even more fun. Mm. I need to stand up for a sec. A real good time.